Okay, so today I am going to share with you how I make stuffed mushrooms. I bought this pack at Costco, and what I do is I open them up and I get a paper towel and I wipe all the dirt off of them. And I probably won't use this whole pack because it's rather big. Usually a pack from the regular grocery store will do, but I got this one at Costco because we use mushrooms for a lot of things, and I go through a lot of mushrooms each week. So I am going to make my stuffed mushrooms with these. And I'm going to, what fills this dish up is how many I will make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this and I'm going to wipe them clean. And after I wipe them clean, I pop this part off. Don't throw this part away. We're going to use this. So you wipe your mushroom clean, pop the stem off, and then put your mushroom in the dish. And you just keep popping off the stem and wiping off your mushrooms. Some of them are pretty clean. Some of them, you don't want to wash these in water. Well, I mean, do what you feel comfortable with, but I was always taught never to wash them in water, but wipe the dirt off with a towel. So let's get them all clean. And here's the stem. The stem's clean. So I got a little bowl. That glass dish I got from IKEA, and I just love IKEA. They have everything you need. They even have food and a restaurant. So we're wiping them clean, and I'm going to do a few more. Look at all the dirt. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more, and then we'll come back. I want to show you, I have this organic ghee that I got, and what I'm going to do is, you can use whatever you have, whatever you normally use, but I'm going to grease the bottom of my dish, and I'm going to put the mushrooms back in there. I just wanted to show you this step. So I just put a little bit on a paper towel, and I just spread it. You can use spray, you can use, whatever you want. But I really like this ghee. I think it's fun, and it's organic. Okay, so I have the mushrooms nicely placed in the greased dish, and look at all the dirt that I got off the mushrooms. And then these are the stems, and we are going to use these for the stuffing. So that's why I said don't get rid of them. And here I have my butter from Costco. I like unsalted. I always get unsalted. Okay, so I'm going to get my food processor out, and we are going to do some food processing. We are going to process some food. Okay, so I'm going to put the stems in the food processor, and I'm going to put 2 green onions along with it. And that's it. Just simple, very simple. There are the stems and the onions, the white part of the onion and the green part of the onion, the whole part. And we are going to chop this all up very fine. Okay, I use the pulse part. It did really good. My little food processor is it's big. It's a big food processor. It's very old, but it is super reliable. Okay. So I'm gonna open up this whole stick of butter and I'm gonna put it in my pan and heat it, and I'm gonna melt the butter. Here's the butter in the pan, and I have it on high heat just for everything to heat up faster, and then you lower it accordingly. Oh, must be mail time. It is mail time. Okay, so the mailman did drive by and my dog let me know, my sweet little girl. Okay, so we are continuing to melt the butter and it's almost done. So we can probably add the mushroom mixture. Okay, so here I added the mixture from the food processor. And now I'm gonna get 2 slices of bread. Okay, so I worked quick and I tore the bread up and I put it in the pan. I lowered it a little bit so nothing would burn. You don't want anything to burn, but you want to work fairly quickly so you can get everything in there. And while this is cooking, everything is coming along really nice. You want to get some Worcestershire sauce. Okay, here's my Worcestershire sauce, and you want to put in 2 or 3 healthy squirts into it. And keep mixing this until it's all mixed up. I'm going to do that because then we have to get some cheese. Okay, so right now I have 1 cup of cheese that I'm going to put in, and I'm going to mix this up, and I'll probably going to put 1 more cup. Okay, so this is the mixture done. It's got the mushroom stems, the green onion, 2 cups of cheese, and a couple splashes of Worcestershire sauce. And in the meantime, I also melted a half a stick of butter. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to turn you around. And I'm going to get a little spoon and get some of the stuffing and just put it in the mushroom. And I'm just going to work as I go. Just keep stuffing. So I have been making this dish for decades. I make it for parties. I make it for potlucks. I make it just to have. Everybody just loves them. The simpleness of the recipe and the ingredients, I think, is what makes it just so good. It's just really good. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff all these up, and then when they're done, I'm going to take the melted butter and drizzle the melted butter over the mushrooms. Oh, another mailman. So I'm going to continue to do this. These are stuffed. Almost used all of it. They can't get any more stuffed than this, I don't think. So now I'm going to drizzle some butter over them. Okay, so I'm going to use this handy dandy little tool. And we're just going to, that's all. Super easy. You don't want a dry mushroom. And then preheat your oven to 375. and I want to say they take 20 to 30 minutes. I'll know for sure. Okay, there they are. I just put them in the oven at 375, and I will tell you exactly how long they take to cook when they are done. It's usually between 20 to 30 minutes, but I'll get a more exact time when they are finished. Can you hear it? Can you hear the sizzle? 20 minutes exactly. So, but if you cook them, you know, every oven is different. So keep an eye on them the first time. I usually am in the kitchen and I keep checking on them. I never really timed them perfectly. So I did it this time, but it was 20 minutes. Sometimes it seems like it takes longer, I guess, if I have like, when it's Christmas and I have a lot of things going in and out of the oven and the oven loses temperature. That's why I think sometimes they may take longer, but it was just them in the oven, 375 for 20 minutes, and they came out absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with these. They will be a side with dinner for sure. So let me know if you make these, or if you make them and what your recipe is, and if you have any hints or tips about making stuffed mushrooms. Oh, and you can also, before you put them in the oven, you can also sprinkle more cheese on the top, but I thought this was a perfect amount of cheese. It was 2 cups. So